What's up, everybody? The Iceman here on the Iceman's Return YouTube channel. I want to talk about last night's Royal Rumble. I saw reviews. Some people liked it. Some people thought it stunk. I agree with what General Jerry said. I enjoyed the show. I really did. With the opening match of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for the Universal title, it added a lot of twists and flavors to that match because Rollins' entrance was the Shield entrance. He wore his gear when he was a Shield member and he came out of the crowd. He wanted to mess with Roman Reigns, and he kept messing with Reigns throughout that whole match. Reigns sort of lost it, beat the holy hell out of him. Reigns ended up getting disqualified. Rollins wins by DQ, but Roman didn't stop. He kept beating the hell out of Seth Rollins with a chair. It was a fun match to watch. I loved the fact that Seth Rollins used the Shield stuff to get inside the head of Roman Reigns. I thought that was awesome. I love the way the WWE did this. Women's Royal Rumble. Fun match to watch. It really was. But again, if you noticed, all the extra entrants into the Rumble, like Melina, Michelle McCool, Ivory, Mickey James, you name it. They all were former WWE people at one time or another. So, why not Camille from NWA? But again, the Royal Rumble was fun. We heard the rumors about Ronda Rousey coming back, and she did towards the end of the show. And once that happened, everybody sort of knew the outcome. And it was what we all thought. Ronda Rousey ends up winning the Women's Royal Rumble, and she points at the WrestleMania sign. So she will probably go after Becky Lynch at WrestleMania because Ronda will be on Raw tomorrow night. So, in any event, the whole thing of the Rumble is to draw people, draw viewers. They had about 44, almost 45,000 people in St. Louis, and you can't complain about that. That's one thing about the WWE and their production crew, their lighting, everything they do is like top notch, and nobody else can compare to what they do. Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar. You sort of knew inside your head this wouldn't be a long match, but to me it was a fun match. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty damn good. A lot of things happened in this match, and with the ref getting knocked out when Lesnar had the F5 on Lashley and swung around, kicked the ref. He went out. Lesnar should have got the pin. And then who comes in the ring but Roman Reigns? And Paul Heyman standing out there shivering, holding the WWE title. And when it's all said and done, Reigns holds out his hand. Heyman hands the title to Roman Reigns. He knocks out Brock Lesnar. Bobby Lashley goes into the ring and gets the pin and is now the new WWE champion. Now, with all this being said, it's setting things up with Seth not losing by a pinfall and winning by disqualification, and Lesnar getting knocked out with the belt by Roman Reigns. It sets things up towards WrestleMania. So that was pretty good. And then Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman walk off together into the sunset. Was sort of cool. Now, Doudrop and Becky Lynch was one of my least favorite matches of the night, because I think we all knew that Becky wasn't losing this match by any sense of the imagination. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think Becky looked as sharp as she usually does. And, it is what it is, but we all sort of knew Becky was coming out and retaining, and I get that. But that's just part of it. You know what I'm saying? But still, thus far, the show was really pretty darn good. I mean, in my eyes, I enjoyed it. Miz and Maurice against Edge and Beth Phoenix. Intergender match. I don't care what anybody says about The Miz. I think he is a great worker in the ring. He's got a personality. And him and Maurice really made a good showing in this tag match, as well as Edge and Beth Phoenix. I enjoyed this match wholeheartedly. Deep down, I figured it was probably Edge and Beth that were going to win. But also, in my heart, I wanted Miz and Maurice to win because, let's face it, Miz is probably the biggest superstar that jobs out to people in the WWE, and he had to do so again last night. But I loved it. I'm telling you, I thought it was excellent. I don't care what anybody says. And then we get to the Men's Royal Rumble, and AJ Styles being number one. I'm thinking to myself, well, is this going to be another one of those guys that goes the distance and ends up, going to WrestleMania? But then I started thinking as we went along, because of the situation with Seth Rollins and with Brock Lesnar, I figured either one or both would be 29 or 30. And no Seth in the Rumble, but who comes out at number 30 but Brock Lesnar, and he clears house. A lot of people said, oh, well, then why did people lose their belts at day one? It made sense. You had a new pay-per-view in January, and you wanted to make it big, so you did what you did, and now we're sort of back. Now, Brock Lesnar obviously is going to go after Roman Reigns. Now, the WrestleMania match with Reigns and Lesnar could end up being a triple threat if they decide to throw Rollins in, or Rollins will have an opportunity to, get revenge at the Elimination Chamber, and maybe that will take him out of that situation. But all in all, I thought the pay-per-view was very, very good. I watched the video by General Jerry. He liked it, And he also pointed out there was a lot of people that didn't like it. I know Peter Gilmore, a buddy of mine, he goes, it was meh, you know. But again, I thought it was pretty darn good. And, you know, here's the thing. Everybody complains about every promotion's pay-per-view. And if you don't like them, then why do you come back and watch them? That's the bottom line. You know, you do have a right to your opinion because some pay-per-views aren't as good as others. But, there's a lot of people I've noticed when a pay-per-view is very darn good, they trash it. And those are the guys that want to just trash anything. So, anyway, this is the Iceman here on Iceman's Return YouTube channel. It's Championship Sunday in the NFL. Bengals, Chiefs, 49ers, Rams. What's your predictions? I think it's going to be the Rams and Chiefs at the Super Bowl. Peace out, everybody. Have yourself a great Sunday. Stay safe.